Welcome back to the vlog. Today I have two gigs. One is for KCAL 9 news station and the second is in Little Tokyo, so let's go. Well, that was an adventure. Whenever I do these vlogs, I should probably make it clear every time I do it, just in case. Anytime I talk about these gigs, it's my own personal opinion. I'm not representing the group that I'm playing with. This is the Kazmogi vlog. These are Kazmogi's feelings and thoughts, okay? Well, one, everyone that was there for the news station was really awesome. Super kind, very professional, very helpful. But we did not get any instruction really on what was going to happen. So for instance, like how long did they want us to play? A camera guy was asking us, you know, if we should be focusing on someone in particular. And we're like, well, we don't really know what we're doing yet. So he's like, okay, I'll go ask. I'm sure he went to go ask. I'm sure he had a lot of stuff to do because he never came back. So now we go to stage, we're on the stage and they're like, okay, we're gonna get a shot of everyone. And I'm like, we're all like, oh, are we playing? Because we were also there with the Nisei Week court or some couple representatives of the court. So it wasn't just taiko. And we were like ready to play. They didn't tell us like, you know, oh, we're going to be on in a minute. I can kind of overhear someone saying, you know, 30 seconds, but they're not really talking to us. It's just like a general thing. Yeah, so then we found out last minute, okay, we're not playing here. So we just waved at the camera. And then they had us move to another area and still we don't know how long are we playing for? How are we going to stop? Is someone going to signal us? You know, so none of that was clear. We're playing for a bit and I'm looking around and it looks like the news anchor is kind of looking at us like, okay, when are you going to stop? So I tried to make a call and like stop it. It wasn't super clear. So I stopped and the others were playing, but they brought the level down. It might have sounded on purpose, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it was very, fly by the seat of your pants, which is kind of fun. I mean, I'm down with that. And I know the other performers too, we're fine with that. We have done a lot of gigs, not just news stuff, but other types of performances where there's just not a lot of information. Now, I'm gonna have lunch with Walter. This place looks pretty good. It's called Heavy Handed. It's a burger place. And maybe we'll get Walter's opinion on how this gig went, see what his thoughts were. All right, so Walter, I was saying how everything was very fly by the seat of your pants kind of thing.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I think today, it was kind of like we're just gonna go with the flow. So it was fun though. You know, it was very easy. And it's kind of common to do these kinds of like go with the flow things for like news segments because we never know how much time we really have. But we also have a new call for when we need to end, so we're good.
Do you want to demonstrate that call? So I was saying I tried to make a call to like cut the piece off, but it just kind of sounded like a regular kind of kakegoe. So what's the new call? There you go. That means stop. All right, Walter says Winston hasn't shown up in the vlogs enough, so here's some random shots of Winnie. Okay, well, after a nice nap, I am now off to Little Tokyo to do gig number 2 for the day. I'm not 100% sure what this event is for, but I just know that it is in Little Tokyo, and I have to be there at 7. All right, in Little Tokyo with Walter now for gig number 2 for the day. We're gonna go get some snacks. Good morning. It is the next day, and last night's gig, pretty easy. It was a little bit interesting. The place that they had us play, there wasn't a whole lot of room. So normally when we play taiko, we try to get into a big, deep stance. Just helps with like being grounded, playing more powerfully. And I could not do that last night. I didn't have a whole lot of room behind me, and I had a tree beside me, so it was a little bit tough. But
We were just there for background music, so I think we did our job. And now I am walking Winnie. As you can see, I love this time of year. The trees at our place bloom, and it's really pretty. Although yesterday it was like 100 degrees, so that part's not cool about this season. So I guess the theme for yesterday, like many, many gigs, is just to kind of go with it, go with the flow. As Walter said, I didn't have an ideal amount of room to play, and I could have like gone to the contact person and said, hey, this is not acceptable, you know, but you just gotta work with what you got. And I think ultimately just remember that, at least at this one, we were just there to provide like atmosphere. And so I didn't need to be going, 120% crazy taiko person. We were just there to give ambiance to the Japanese garden that the event was in. So, Winnie, what are your thoughts on rolling with the punches? Thank you for your contribution. All right, that about does it for today. If you've made it all the way to the end, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're interested in getting some news and tips from me on a possibly monthly basis, go ahead and sign up for my newsletter. Link is in the description. And I will see you next time. Bye.